Jad here, welcome back to GT Sport, where I start in 14th place this week for the manufacturer's race as opposed to first from last week where I was playing in a much easier lobby. So a few more familiar faces from the usual suspects that I'd race against during the week in the daily races and other lobbies. It definitely makes it a more challenging race, which I like. And as you will see, quite a lot of action in this race, both good and bad, on my part and others. So here we are, first lap Red Bull Ring. Didn't do any fuel burning in this race, but I should probably start practicing that if I want to get any closer to the front of the grid in these races. I still just get too bored, but yeah, clearly there is an advantage and I should get on board. However, one of the advantages of not being up near the front is you don't really have to worry about getting rammed from behind in some of those harder corners at the beginning of tracks like this one. This corner, okay, just hit that guy, sorry buddy, nudging is racing, you're all good. Yeah, so I can see what's going on up ahead here and I am not a part of it, which is great. Losing another position, down to 15th already, but that's okay. I get to get through this corner nice and smoothly, give this guy a bump ahead. Again, sorry buddy, you're all good though. Heading down the hill to the infamous corner where we gain another position. Now we're better than we started, which is good. Braking early, don't want to cause any harm. Dive bomber comes into the corner there, so I stay wide. Apparently not wide enough, so we stick a bit wider. Cut this corner early, get in tight. Do not want to get in this guy's way. He seems a little eager on the first lap. But we soldier on, and he goes for another dive bomb. Yep, well played. And I get out okay. But watch this guy behind. Bit of a nudge. Let's have a look at the replay on that. So as the dive bomber comes in and cuts through, I'll let him through, and what do we got here? Wow, pushed me in the corner of the car, getting me off balance. And let's have a look from his view, and he just keeps on accelerating through. Brilliant. There goes my race, through no fault of my own. Now I'm stuck in the sand and cannot get out. Then I get a warning that I'm going to be disqualified. If anyone knows a quicker way to get out of sand like this, please say something in the comments, because I was pulling on that throttle up and down, trying everything I could to get out as quickly as I could, but nothing seemed to work. So if you know a better way, please do share. Skipping ahead to lap 7, where it took me all 6 laps to catch up to someone from dead last. And we continue on the race. We soldier on, because you never know what's going to happen. So my idea is just keep going, doing the best you can, follow your racing lines, and wait for other people to make mistakes so that you can catch up, which is inevitably going to happen. Taking this corner a little bit better than Credo here, and managed to get up in front of him. It's nice not to be in last place, but that's short-lived, as Credo here has just come out of the pits. He's got some fresh tyres on. I'm on lap 7 and still yet to pit, so he gets ahead of me due to more grip on those tyres. I try to keep up with him, keeping his slipstream, but he slowly pulls away as expected. The pitting strategy for this race was to start on the hybrid setup with the tyres, mediums on front, hards on the back, and to race those tyres as best I could for as long as I could. And in practice I could do that for about 9 laps, so I decided that lap 9 I would, or the end of lap 9 I would pit in and change the tyres. So I didn't feel the need to change that strategy, even though I was coming dead last. I felt that was the best at the time, and so I stuck with that. So we'll skip ahead here to the pit lap, end of lap 9. I'd like to take the opportunity here to introduce you to the pit crew. Wonderful bunch of guys. Starting from the left, we have Gary, then Edgar, then we've got Gus, who's just had a shoulder reconstruction, Tyrone, Chris and Pullman, and in the back we've got James holding the fuel tank better than anyone in the business. So switching to the soft tyres for the rest of the race, as these babies will get us all the way to the end. The tyre wear on the softs is dramatic on the board, but still drivable, better than the same position or the same wear on the mediums and the hards. They're still a better tyre. So skipping to lap 12, we catch up to 17th position. We've gained a couple, we're no longer in last, and I'm very happy with that. Always good on a new set of tyres, especially the softs. Feeling good, feel like catching up to some people, and I do. It's always good to soldier on when you're stuck in the back here, because you never really know what's going to happen. So you could end up in a much better position later on, so don't rage quit. So we catch up here to number 15 Brainiac, Kermit the Frog. Pass him rather easily on the new tyres. Coming up to this very hard right, cautious of how close Kermit the Frog is behind me here. So cut in short, come out okay, but he is right behind me, and interesting incident coming up in the next corner. I wouldn't mind getting your take on this as to who's at fault here. So I brake quite early there in the Corvette, so I try to take it wide knowing that the Porsche does brake later. But he's already served a penalty, so I don't know if he's angry or just really trying to push it. So we'll take a look from his view. I'm going wider and wider here to give him the option to dive bomb comfortably, but he veers right behind me. So he does get a penalty for it, but nowhere near the penalty I get for getting stuck in the sand again. And here we are back in dead last. So we skip forward to the beginning of the last lap. I actually catch up to Kermit the Frog again and try and pass him on pretty much the same point as I did earlier. Don't manage it. Tyres are quite worn, but still got the pace to catch up to him, but those corners are a bit risky. But here we are in the similar position, however this time I am behind him. So I take this corner slightly better than he does, and I am right behind him. What to do? What would you do? So after a few laps of catching up to him, I thought about it and wondered maybe he didn't mean what he did, so I let that slide. But in any case, why stoop to that level in the first place? It only aids to the problem. So we stick to some genuine racing with some love taps and nothing arrogant, nothing angry on my part. Just I'm faster around those corners than him, and I would like to pass. I would like not to come last. I'm yet to come last in Gran Turismo on any race. Quite proud of that fact. And I wouldn't mind getting in front of this guy for that fact, and also because, well, I just don't want to be beaten by him. So we take the last corner as best we can, manage to do it a little bit better than him and come in side by side, and we just managed to get in front of him to not come in last. I'd show you the difference between our times, but our cars are too far down the list for you to see them. So we end up with a terrible result of 17th, but that's still better than last. As always, thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Until next time, bye for now.